if the Sixers have a chance to make this happen, get it done. What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast, and today we are talking about Damian Lillard, Dame Dollar, Dame time. You know what time it is. And listen, I'm not saying he's automatically going to request a trade, but things are starting to really heat up that he wants to win, that he wants out of Portland because of the coaching problems, because of the fact that they're not putting pieces around him to win, and how much more Dame time is going to be left. But before we get into all that, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications. We are covering the Sixers all off season, and smash that like button if you want to see this man right here in a Sixers jersey. I mean, that right there will put the Sixers as the number one team in the East over a healthy Brooklyn Nets. Let me hear it. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Easily. Now, I'm getting a little bit too hyped because, like I said, Portland's going to try to hold on to Dame Lillard. I mean, he's a superstar. Do I not have to remind you of the, my goodness, in your face disgrace to Paul George? One more time, let's run it real quick. Playoffs, 3 seconds, step back, logo, bang. You talk about just being the guy, being able to do whatever you want. Any coach seeing him that far, they're going crazy, but they don't go crazy. It's Dame time. One more time. Talk about a guy who can really command the troops. Shout out to Joel Embiid. He could and would have been MVP if it wasn't for the lack of games. But I'm telling you, crunch time, you need a guy who can dribble. No matter how good Embiid is, when he puts the ball on the floor, little guards can swipe it away. And that's his turnover problems. He got great this season at passing out the double team. But in the fourth quarter, when guys who are making their shots throughout the regular season, a Furkan Korkmaz, a Shake Milton, if he's in the game, Tobias, Curry, these guys are off in the fourth quarter. And I don't know why Doc was running sets for Joel Embiid at the top of the key, but he can't put the ball on the ground. But this guy doesn't even need to get to the rim. He'll pull from 50 feet. Look at it. Step back. Paul George wasn't expecting that. Now, Chris Haynes, shout out to Chris Haynes. He tweeted this, and let me make it a little bit bigger. I don't know why I was not prepared. The backlash from Portland Trail Blazers coaching search and his concerns over whether a championship contender can be built have become major factors that could force Damian Lillard to request a trade, source tells Yahoo Sports. Chris Haynes, he's all over the NBA, and that's what I'm talking about. The lack of involving him in his next coach, even though I think Chauncey Billups is going to try to salvage everything between him, Portland, and Damian Lillard. But if he wants to win, and if Portland finds that he's disgruntled, once a superstar is disgruntled, it's hard to get back to being good. Everybody knows this is a media world. Tweet, tweet, tweet. There it is. We saw what James Harden went for Brooklyn. My goodness, Houston is falling apart. Shout out to Houston for getting the second pick in the NBA lottery. But when a guy's disgruntled, they got nobody. They got Victor Oladipo. They got pieces that didn't make sense. John Wall. Who is over there? I know the John Wall was for Russell Westbrook, but they didn't get nobody for Harden. And I think if you think about it right now, no matter how low Ben Simmons' trade value is because of his no free throw shooting, can't think about going to the rim mindset, I mean, another GM's going to think they can get it out of him, because Danny Green said it on the Green Light podcast. You got to encourage him. Now, with all this information being out, wherever Ben Simmons ends up, whether it's in Philly, please God no, or somewhere else, he's going to know that I have to change my mindset or I'm not going to be playing basketball. And there's still qualities that a 24-year-old has: speed, height, strength, defensive ability, facilitating transition basketball. If he can just get his mindset like Giannis. Giannis over there telling PJ Tucker, I don't care if I airball 2 free throws in a row. I've been down here. It's only up. I'm going to keep grinding. And that's the only type of mindset he needs. And maybe under a Brett Brown, best friends with his dad, / Doc Rivers coming in here and being too much of a player coach, it didn't work. This guy's a dog, though. A dog in a good way. I think the Sixers have a good package if you're offering a 24-year-old Ben Simmons, who's still an all-star, still Defensive Player of the Year candidate, needs to change his mindset, but then you put in 2 first-round picks. Tyrese Maxey, the guard from Kentucky who does have upside, and I hate even speaking his name into a trade, but that is what it's going to take. If Damian Lillard wants out, it's going to take Ben Simmons, Tyrese Maxey, Matisse Thybulle, and some first-round picks. Now, if you look around, they're talking about Golden State trading for him. Do they really got a better package than that? I know they got some high picks, but do they got a better... Is one of these picks going to be better than Ben Simmons? I mean, look, I've been on the Ben Simmons, just got to go to the basket train for a while. I never really cared about the jump shot, although I would have definitely welcomed it. But I'm talking what he offers on defense, facilitating, transition. Just go to the rim, and you'll be a baby Giannis. A baby Giannis who has better handles. Simple. That's all you got to do. Why don't you do it? You're not going to be able to get it back in Philly. Ben Simmons' only chance to be decently great is to get up out of here. And I think what would the Golden State offer the Portland Blazers? What is the Lakers going to offer? What is who else I saw out there? I don't know. I forgot the picture. I should have pulled it up. But there were a couple teams that looked like to be in the service. If you look at the betting lines right now, the Sixers are still favored to have Ben Simmons return, but the second team is Portland. I think 2 first-round picks, I hate to say it, but Maxey, Thybulle, and Ben Simmons will get it done. And at this point, the Sixers need to complete the process. The process is still just hanging there I don't even want to say process. The new regime is right there for the taking. Doc Rivers got to get his mind right. I think he coached everybody on his team hard except for Ben Simmons. Just nobody can do it. Whether it's Brett Brown, Doc Rivers, he gets what he wants, but I believe him getting put on the spot is only going to help him thrive somewhere else. And I think that is something you got to sell in the equation. Ben Simmons, this is the worst offseason of him being actually humiliated by his teammates, his coaching staff. This is the worst one. If this don't wake him up, nothing will. But I don't need it to be in Philly. He already lost my respect for just being like a kid who just I don't care. Too much I don't care in Philly don't get you nowhere. Doesn't get you nowhere. This guy cares. Joel Embiid with a guard like this, the 2-man game, the ISO in the end, I'm pointing at myself. Tobias Harris being an actual third scorer, because right now Tobias Harris is so-called our second best player, but he is the second scorer on this team. If Tobias Harris bumps down to the third scorer, an actual third scorer, well then guess what? You're exactly where you need to be. Dame, Embiid, go-to guys with a little mixture of a Tobias Harris, with a little mixture of a Seth Curry. But if Seth Curry in the playoffs is your second best scorer, or Tobias Harris is your second best scorer, you're just not going to make it. And that's what Ben Simmons made it happen. I mean, he refused to even shoot the ball. So look, Dame Lillard, it's not going to be easy. I need him to stay disgruntled. I don't need Chauncey Billups or the Portland Blazers patching anything up, but get this man to Philly, and I promise you, jewelry will follow suit. Simple and plain. Let's go, Dame Lillard. With all that being said, that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section. Would you give up all that? I know it's a lot. I know a lot of you guys are going to want to leave out Maxey or Thybulle, but that's the only way I see it getting done. And again, it all comes back to keep applying pressure. Keep applying pressure. We need the pressure. Forget Portland. Shout out to anybody who's watching this from Portland. I mean, Ben Simmons can offer you guys a lot. I guess. With all that being said, I go by Philly Mike. Like I said, leave all your thoughts in the comment section. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. We will be covering Sixers news all throughout the draft. Post notifications, turn it on when we go live or drops content. Like the bung. Like button. I don't even know why I said like the bung. Like button, pause if you want Dame Lillard. I'm out. It's hot. The AC's not really working in this attic. I'm losing my mind. Until next time, y'all know what time it is. We out. Peace.